how are you?
Good, good. How are you?
That's great. Yeah, we are here at home, like always, here in Italy.
Is it also warm in Italy for sure, right?
Yeah, you
Sunny.
can still hear. It's a good day. It's a good day. We just can't go out.
Very nice.
Natasha, I think you have the return of my voice. It was the same before with Jacob because your
Yes?
volume is very high.
What is, sorry, say it again.
Your audio is very high. For this is the return of my voice again.
Okay.
You have to go a little bit down with the volume of your phone.
Okay. And now, how is it now?
I hope.
Is it
Yeah,
better?
just a little. Just a little.
Even more. I hope I still hear you then.
Really? Ah, okay. Because maybe you usually use something
Yes,
different. Maybe.
I have, but it doesn't work. Maybe.
Don't worry
So,
about that. That's not a big problem.
okay.
Now it's okay, I think. Yeah, now it's okay.
Okay. I'll
Thank you
just like,
really very much to you and Jakob, for this lesson. In this way, our students, enjoy a little bit more today morning. This way,
nice.
in this moment, of quarantine for them, it's important, to have something different and
Yes.
to enjoy the day. I have some
Great.
questions for you from our students. In this way, we know more better. I know you better, but the other people too, they want to know your personality, your career, your job, and many other things.
Okay.
Okay. For that, I'm starting to do some lessons. So, some questions. Okay.
Yes.
The first question we want to know is how old you was when you started dance.
I started when I was 5 years old.
Your academy and your time in the academy.
Okay. So I started when I was 5 years old in a small school in Austria, and with 7, I joined the Vienna State Opera Ballet School, and yeah, I was in the school all my childhood, and with 17, I joined the company. So now I'm 25.
Okay. I translate a little bit for the people who don't speak, okay?
Yes.
Praticamente ha iniziato a 5 anni in una scuola di provincia, piccola scuola normale, e dopo a 7 anni è entrata nell'Accademia della Scala, dell'Opera di Vienna fino ai 17, quando poi è entrata direttamente nella compagnia. I tell Scala because yesterday and another day I've got, the dance.
Of course, it's all. No worries.
So that's okay. There's my confusion. Yeah. Did you remember this one?
Yes. Yes.
And you're using point. Okay. Another question for you is which was your preferred role in your career?
There was a lot. I think last year I did my first time Swan Lake, and that was a huge deal for me. I really enjoyed that. But I think the turning point in my career was Nutcracker, which I also love. I love the role, the ballet, everything. And it was my first big main character at the Opera House. And it was also the role that I got promoted to principal dancer after. So it means a lot to me, this one.
Then you do Coppelia for the first,
Coppelia, La Fille, I love all the little girl roles and everything. Onegin, I love like all the dramatic things, But yeah, there's been a lot.
Gli ho chiesto qual è uno dei suoi ruoli preferiti e mi ha detto appunto che la sua svolta è stata il Nutcracker e Schiaccianoci, dove praticamente ha avuto uno dei ruoli principali della sua carriera e il quale l'ha portata a diventare poi anche nominata Prima Ballerina. Perciò gli piacciono molto i ruoli dolci, drammatici, un po' così. Another question for you is how is your typical daily of your life? Usually, how is your day?
Normally or right now?
Normally, yeah.
Normally. So normally I would wake up quite early in the morning to do my exercises. So I'm strong because I need to do some strengthening every day. So I start my day like this and with a coffee, of course. And then I go to the opera. We have training at 10.
Okay.
And so we have the warm-up class and then we have all day rehearsals until the evening. And afterwards, sometimes I do Pilates as well. And then I go home and I'm tired. But yeah, so that's the usual day.
Ok, praticamente la mattina fa alcuni esercizi già a casa, dopo va all'opera, va dentro per fare le lezioni, tutte le sue cose, dopo un po' di caffè. The coffee is, I think you need it, yeah?
Yes.
Ovviamente fa i suoi pilates, i suoi esercizi, le sue lezioni e dopo rientra a casa. I have some to do you some questions for understand better your character, okay? We do them to did you like more the summer or the winter?
Mm, I don't know because I love Christmas. So that's what I like about winter. But otherwise, I prefer the summer because I love, not to just wear a winter jacket. I love wearing dresses and going in the sun, meeting
Like when you
friends.
watch Comacchio, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. I love socializing outside, go to parks and all this. So the only part about winter I love is Christmas, but as soon as Christmas is over, I'm also ready for summer.
Okay, that's great. You like more mountain or the sea, the beach?
Mm, ooh, tricky. I would say the mountains because if I'm too long on the beach, like this with the sun, I get really like tired. But I mean, there's also some places, for example, in Canada, there was like a beach in front of the mountains. So
Ok.
for me, this would be like the dream.
Ok. Praticamente diciamo che il sole è un po' la stanca, però mi piace di più la montagna. È ovvio che in Canada c'è un luogo dove c'è la montagna e il mare, perciò questa cosa è più un sogno. Ok, did you like more cinema or concerts? Music concerts?
Um, I think live concerts because you get more of the feeling. Cinema, like you can also watch movies at home. Of course, it's different, but I like on live concert you get more of the like live emotions and like really the people.
Okay. More the disciplined dancer or crazy dancer? You like more?
What, sorry, say it again. What?
You like more the crazy dancers, or the disciplined dancers?
I like the crazy ones. I mean, it's very important to have discipline. Otherwise, you wouldn't make it in this job. You always have to work hard. But I think it's important to be an artist. So
Okay.
that might describe the crazy.
Sweet or salty?
Um, Sweet.
Like us. A solo or pas de deux?
Ooh, pas de deux.
Pas de deux.
Depends on the partner, though.
Okay.
If it's a good partner, I would say pas de deux. Otherwise, solo is more safe when you can trust in yourself.
Okay. Sweet or elegant dress?
Sweet.
Coffee or tea?
Sorry?
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Coffee. Film or serie TV? TV series.
TV series.
Okay. Sunset. Oh, no, aspetta. Dog or cat?
Sunset or sunrise, you mean? Or...
Yeah, you want sunset or sunrise, and then dog or cat.
Okay. I would say sunset and dogs.
Okay. Pizza or pasta?
Pasta.
Bicycle or running?
Bicycle.
Ice cream or cake?
Ice cream.
Okay. Dramatic rules or funny rules? Very
Dramatic role.
more crying, Romantic films or thriller?
Romantic films.
Okay. Heels or sneakers?
Sorry?
Heels or sneakers?
Ah, sneakers, I guess.
Auto or motorcycle?
Auto.
Auto. Abdominals or push-ups?
Abdominals.
Facebook
Definitely.
or, Facebook or Instagram?
Instagram.
Okay. You like more iPhone or Android?
I have Android.
Okay.
So.
Introvert or extrovert or character?
Sorry?
Introvert or extrovert? You know, you are all
Extrovert, I think.
extrovert. Your preferred color?
Like baby pink, like this kind of.
Your preferred theater, like building, not
Ooh.
Vienna, not Vienna Opera, okay, something different.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many. I think it would be a dream. The Bolshoi Theater or Royal Opera House, or in New York. Like, there's so many beautiful buildings. I wouldn't even be able to choose. La Scala also. I mean, they're
Okay.
incredible stages.
Your preferred city? Your preferred city?
New York and London.
New York and London. Okay. Your preferred stylist?
You mean a designer?
Yeah.
Ooh.
No. You know, we are Italy. We like the moda.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of designers I like. I wouldn't be able to choose because I always like a few pieces here, a few pieces there. I really
Okay.
like, actually for bags, I think she's Italian, Elena Ghislini or something like this. I really like her brand. It's
Okay.
like a bag brand.
That's great. And your used point shoes?
Freed.
Great. Yep. Yeah, I can. I was
Yes.
just for. Okay. Did you have a ballerina of the past, or actually who it was for you an inspiration?
Sylvie Guillem.
Sylvie Guillem. Okay, of Opera de Paris. Okay, in contemporary or more in ballet?
Oh, both. I think she did both really well.
Yeah. Of course, yes. But usually, you know, many people for classic, you know, they
Yeah.
were like it. And did you have any choreographers who you would like to work with in the future, and you don't work yet?
With who I didn't work with yet.
No.
I mean, for example, I did dance a few four-side pieces, but I never worked with him personally, and that would definitely be a dream.
Okay. That's
And
great.
there's a lot of Crystal Pite also. There's a lot of amazing choreographers. I've also worked already with really great choreographers, so I feel really
Yeah,
blessed.
so that's maybe somebody who don't work yet.
Yeah.
A girl asked if you have ever got an injury and how you did it.
Yeah, when I was younger, I kept twisting my feet because I'm very flexible. So I kept twisting my ankles in the studio on stage. So I would like pull my ligaments or tore them. So ever since then, I started exercising a lot to stabilize my ankles. So it didn't happen so much anymore. And so I think the injuries I had were mainly with that. And I also had back pains and all kind of things, but thank God, never something really serious for very long.
Okay, that's great. And did you saw a difference between solist when you was solist and now who you are prima ballerina?
Yeah, a little bit, I would say so. I can't describe how, but I feel like a lot of people appreciate you more when you have a higher status somehow, even though myself, I don't see a difference when it comes to other people. Like, I'm not judging anyone by their status or anything, but I do feel like there is people who do treat you with more respect.
Ok, praticamente vede la differenza da quando era solista adesso prima ballerina, perché adesso comunque viene più apprezzata, nonostante lei comunque non sia mai cambiata, però comunque negli occhi degli altri questa cosa gli ha creato del rispetto nei suoi confronti, però lei non è cambiato niente nei confronti degli altri. Yeah, you know your character is always the same because when we meet, you know, the first time when we spoke, you were solid, and then when you be first dancer, you know, principal dancer, you never change your mode to do the things. So
Yeah.
that's really. Perché io ho conosciuto Natascha praticamente nel 2018, un paio di anni fa, che era ancora solista. You know, we come in Vienna. I don't know if you remember that, and you don't saw you, but we saw your face in the newspaper because the day before was your.
Yeah.
È successo che noi andiamo a Vienna, era dicembre 2018, Natale, e lasciamo l'appuntamento appunto con Natascha per incontrarci. E abbiamo dai, ci vediamo a Vienna. Lei era ancora una solista. E a un certo punto andiamo, non riusciamo a vedere lei, ma la vediamo su tutti i giornali la faccia perché il giorno prima che noi avessimo l'appuntamento l'hanno dichiarata prima ballerina. E allora non abbiamo visto lei perché giustamente aveva un sacco di interviste, di impegni, però l'abbiamo vista dappertutto. Poi è venuta da noi a Comacchio a trovarci e anche a ballare nel nostro spettacolo. Okay, I tell them about, you know, when I come here, then we don't show in
Yeah.
Vienna, but then you come in the next summer here in Comacchio and we enjoy it with us.
That was really nice.
Now, Sarazzani, you know the girl before
Yes.
ask me now in quarantine, how is your day now in quarantine, and how is your training too?
So I wake up and I have coffee. No, yeah, well, just a normal morning, like always. And I start also to do some exercise, some plank, maybe. Sometimes I study to make like a diploma in Pilates coaching, so I can be a Pilates instructor. So I do that usually in the morning, and then around 11 or 12, every time different. I do some either online class, or we started with Jakob to have like together with some people from the company, like a more private one with different teachers every day. So I do that, and then at 2 o'clock, my Pilates teacher, she gives an online class that I join, and then at 3 o'clock, I teach Pilates to my parents and family
Okay.
via like Skype and everything. And then sometimes I continue with like floor bar or something, or I just like slip in my pajamas, call my friends, watch movies, you know.
Yeah, okay, we do now Netflix every day for that. I understand you, you know.
Yes.
So curious. Praticamente si sveglia la mattina, fa un po' di esercizi perché sta studiando per il Pilates, vuole diventare un istruttrice di Pilates. Dopo praticamente fa i suoi esercizi verso le 11 con Jacob, piuttosto che altri ragazzi della compagnia, dove prendono lezioni da diversi, però in maniera un po' più privata anche, da diversi insegnanti. Dopo, praticamente nel pomeriggio, il suo insegnante di Pilates fa la lezione online, perciò segue lui. Dopo la lezione di Pilates, poi lo fa ai familiari, praticamente. Now, you are Pilates instructor in, you know, 250 degrees.
I've never done so much Pilates like I'm doing right now, but I really enjoy.
Non ho mai fatto così
Hey, Sarah.
adesso, ma ti diverti un sacco adesso. That's great, you know, in this way maybe we start Pilates too, you know.
It's perfect for ballet, actually. It's great to like work the muscles.
And did you have hobbies or passion who is not the art, of course, different, or or your life is behind dance or Pilates?
I mean, in general, we spend so much time in the opera house working like all day long that there's not much time. But I'm always trying to use the time I have to spend, especially with my friends or family, because I love, like, I have amazing friends here and I love to spend time with them. We have so much fun. So we do things together. I love to travel. If there's any chance to travel, I would always use that. I love to go shopping, and with Nikisha, who knows her, like we do a lot, and also James or other friends, like we have great times, like all kind of things. In summer, we like to go swim, you know.
Your hobby is to spend the time with your friends and shopping together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And traveling, I guess, yeah.
Gli ho chiesto se aveva un hobby, una passione che non c'entrava niente ovviamente con il mondo dell'arte e mi dice che siccome ha delle amicizie stupende cerca il più possibile il tempo, la sua passione, il suo gruppo di amicizie dove vanno a fare shopping, a stare sempre insieme, cioè parlano, si chiacchierano e quando ha la possibilità ovviamente di viaggiare, la prima cosa che fa va sempre in giro per viaggiare perché adora viaggiare. La sua passione più grande, anziché essere diciamo, un hobby particolare, è proprio passare il tempo con i suoi amici. That's great. It's not a bad idea, you know, because usually we do many things, but sometimes the friends are the best hobby we can have to share the time together. Did you have? Are you superstitious? And did you have a lucky object before you go? Before your performances?
Usually I get quite nervous right before I go on stage, like 5 minutes before. But as soon as I'm on stage, I'm not nervous anymore somehow. And what I do also when I'm nervous is, like Nikisha showed that to me once, I like stripe out the bad energies of my arms and legs before I go on stage. So I always do that somehow now because it helps me calm down for some reason. And I also have lucky charms in the changing room. And I have my ritual before every show, what I'm doing to prepare when I get ready, like all these things, yeah.
And did you ever have the moment before you enter inside for performances the ansia, you know, you tell, oh, today is not the day. Is that happen?
If it's a really tough show with like full-length ballet, I sometimes, before I go on stage, I think like, my God, why am I doing this to myself? Like, this is just horrible. I don't want to go. But then 1 minute later, I step one foot on the stage and I forget everything and I love every second. So, yeah.
Vi ho chiesto se appunto ha qualche superstizione o qualcosa di simile prima di entrare in scena. E ha risposto che di solito quando è stressata c'ha la sua amica che è anche lei una prima ballerina a poco, che è la sua migliore amica praticamente, dove gli prende le braccia, gli toglie l'energia negativa e gli dice questa cosa la fa calmare molto praticamente in quel momento. E poi c'ha tutte le sue abitudini prima come si potrebbe dire, la sua routine praticamente prima di entrare sul palco per fare questa cosa. That's great. Another question for you. Okay,
Hi,
so we have too much here for that, you know. Did you have a tournée who for you was unforgettable? You know, like a tournée with a group everywhere outside of Austria.
Every time I go to Japan, I think I have the greatest time because the people there are so appreciating what we do, and it's just incredible, like what kind of feedback we get there. So every time we went to Japan, that was just amazing. But I had a lot of other really great experiences in all kind of countries, but I think I love Japan, like the place,
and
the
you
people.
see the differences between the audience of Japan, of Austria, or I don't know, Kremlin in Russia, or another places, or
yeah, the audience is very different. So in Japan, they have so much respect, and they do this thing where, in the end, after they were clapping for really long, they like wave. So all of a sudden, the whole audience goes silent. And it's a bit creepy, but it's really nice. It's like everyone's waving and you just wave back. So like this. Then in Russia, for example, I realized a lot of people are filming during the show, which is great because I can get all the videos after. So there's like these kind of things, you know, it's different everywhere, but it's very nice, yeah.
That's great. Praticamente sì, vede sempre la differenza. Uno dei suoi posti preferiti, intanto è appunto il Giappone quando va a esibirsi, perché proprio c'è un amore. Del resto c'erano anche detto che sembrano quasi dei divi hollywoodiani. Because another principal dancer told to us, when she been in Japan, the people saw you like a movie star, like Hollywood stars, like something similar. Because, they really love the ballet. And
Yeah.
very high. Però ovviamente ognuno ha il suo modo di... Ecco, from Japan here they make pig's fish, they make it like Japan. Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
Uh, did you ever have got in academy, How is the life in academy with Vienna? If it's tough?
In,
And did you have ever the moment who you thought to yourself, I want to turn back home?
you mean in Vienna, the academy?
Yeah.
I mean, I was lucky because my family is from Austria, so I was never separated from home while I was in
Okay.
school. So that was not a problem. But in general, I'm not that type of person. Like, I love my family, but I always loved being away too. So every time I was traveling without them, I was never homesick. I was always enjoying. I really loved being with my friends. So I don't have that experience. And I also always appreciated being on stage. So I never really had that
Ok.
anxiety.
Praticamente non ha avuto molta difficoltà nell'Accademia perché i suoi vivono a Viena, perciò in automatico non ha mai avuto questa separazione, anche se lei non sente, nonostante ama molto la sua famiglia, non sente questa mancanza, anzi c'è la nostalgia di casa, anzi siccome è una persona molto che si trova bene con gli amici, ma quando deve viaggiare, deve fare dei viaggi particolari, è molto serena e si diverte e basta. That's great.
Hi,
And in your
David.
and in your
Sorry.
career, when you be first dancer or before, principal dancer, did you feel from outside the jealousy never or not? Was simply for
Mm,
you?
I think I never really let that get to me. So if someone was jealous, because I'm not like this kind of person that, like, of course, if someone's really good, I see them and I get inspired, but I don't like this whole fighting, pushing people down. I think it's useless. So I think maybe once people realize that I'm not doing that, like, or I just ignore if someone's like jealous, like I have my friends, and anyway, you spend time with the people you want to spend time with. So I never really think about it or let that get to me if there's someone having a hard time accepting you, or then just don't be with them.
Sì, praticamente ho chiesto se qualcuno ha cercato, ha detto guarda, mi interessa poco, in certo senso, lei se vede una brava cerca solo di avere ispirazione. Because I saw, you are very good friend with Nikisha, and
Mhm.
usually the principal dancers are not so big fans because for the first role you have to fight, for having.
Mhm.
But I saw you and Nikisha, you are always together. Every time I saw you in the holiday together,
Yeah.
shopping together, and all the time you spent. And it played a little bit different because I never saw another two dancers to have, of the same theater, to have this
Mm.
connection between them. It's really strange for us, from outside.
Yeah, I think it's really rare, but maybe it's also because we are so different in our dancing. So we see each other like it's not really a competition because I would never be able to do what she does, but I have my own qualities. So there's not this kind of like competition. So when I see her, I get inspired rather than intimidated. So we have that, and we also support each other, and there was never really this like problem, and maybe it's also easy to say because I think that Manuel, our director, has equally supported both of us. So I think
Okay.
maybe sometimes these problems also come when the director like gives only roles to one person, and then like the other one obviously gets jealous or things like this. But Manuel has always been amazing and loving us both in a way. So I think that helped.
Praticamente gli ho chiesto, lei ha un'amicizia molto forte con Kisha, che è praticamente l'altra prima ballerina, come vi dicevo prima, ed è difficile trovare due prime ballerine nello stesso teatro a trovarsi totalmente bene, che vanno in vacanza insieme, fanno shopping insieme, fanno tutto insieme, praticamente, le migliori amiche. E lei dice che praticamente questo capita anche perché i ruoli intanto sono totalmente diversi, anche per caratteristiche, perciò ciò che può fare lei magari a me non viene bene, io invece ho le mie cose, magari lei... E poi soprattutto è anche il merito di Manuel, lui, che praticamente ha detto I think he be now the director of Scala too, or
Ah,
Manuel,
Manuel.
yeah.
He will go to Scala, yeah.
Manuel Legri che diventerà appunto a breve il direttore del corpo di ballo della Scala di Milano, però lui è stato molto bravo, dice, perché ha bilanciato i ruoli, nel senso che di solito il problema consiste tra le ballerine, quando trovi un direttore che dà i ruoli sempre alla stessa persona, i migliori, magari le altre sono scontente. Quando invece cerca di bilanciare, perciò cerca di dare a ognuno le sue soddisfazioni, questo problema un po' sparisce. Perciò è più che altro la bravura anche del direttore. That's great. That's a good thing. Uh, did you have if some girls in this period of quarantine they want to stop with a dancing? Okay, you know, we hear too many girls in this period of quarantine who they tell to us, you know, it's I don't want more, you know, I want to break down, you know. What do you have to say then for them to
I think you mean now this whole time in this Corona time, no? I think it's very hard to keep going because having the living room, not being on stage, you know, having not the right floor, the place to move, it can be very difficult sometimes to stay motivated. And it's also okay, you don't, you know, a lot of us go crazy, we dance every day, we do Instagram stuff, I don't know what. It doesn't mean that everyone has to do that. It's also okay to take a break, to have a day off, to have a week off, you know, take time for yourself. I don't know, do other things, find out other hobbies. That's completely fine. But I don't think it should be a reason to like stop because, you know, this time is going over and we all gonna find a way to dance again, get in shape. And it gives such a pleasure. And I think for me personally, I would miss it so much that
Okay.
I think it's important to just stay strong. Either you dance or you don't dance, but it's not a reason to stop, to quit. I think you just need like to stay a strong personality.
Okay. And last thing, because you know, some girls of us ask me, and we saw some of the dancers are vegetarian, some of the dancers eat everything. You are not vegetarian because I remember when you was here in Comacchio, you eat the fish. For that, I don't think you are vegetarian.
Yeah, I love fish.
Yeah.
I'm not vegetarian, but I don't actually eat meat, but not
Okay.
because of some vegetarian reasons. It's more like I don't love the taste of meat, like, so I don't really eat meat, yeah.
Yeah, because I remember that.
Yeah.
Praticamente ama il pesce, ma non la carne, non gli piace praticamente il sapore della carne quando così. Okay, thank you really very much for those,
Thank you.
you know, in this way our students have got some answers to their question. And really, really thank you very much and hope we can go in the future stand you and Comacchio too for something different. And hope
Yes,
this situation
I hope so.
will be possible. Ok,
Yes.
grazie, grazie,
Thank
grazie
you. Have a
Natascha.
great Easter. Happy Easter. And stay
Grazie,
healthy,
buon Natale a
everyone.
tutti ragazzi. Thank you very much, really. Ciao, 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 ciao.
Ciao.